Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie. Welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! What y'all think about my carrot? I figure why not? Carrots, bunnies, Easter, you know. It's not just a carrot though. Y'all excuse me, I ain't sewed in my two ends. But that's all I have to sew in is two ends for the whole carrot. You pull these little toppers out, and it's a pocket that you can fill with money or candy or whatever you want. And it was fun to make. Now, I didn't use a pattern, so in the teaching of this, I might get confused. Bear with me. I made it up in my head. All right, y'all want to learn how to make this? Super simple. You can use any yarn you want. I used a 4 worsted weight. You can use any colors you want. You can make a brown carrot with brown stems. You can make it a green carrot with orange stems. Whatever you want. It's your project. Make it your own. Alright. Let's get started. Alright. For this project, I have a bright orange. And by the feel of it, it feels like Super Saver. And I used, whoop, it's upside down, a J10 6mm crochet hook. Alright, before we get started, I would like to invite anybody who hasn't to subscribe if you want to. When you do, give us a thumbs up, share if you can, and leave me a comment. I love reading y'all's comments, and I try to get back to every single one. Alright, with this project, you're going to start with a slip knot. Okay. And all you're going to do is chain 2. You're going to yarn over and go into the second chain from the hook. And I did double crochet or half double crochets because they're a fatter stitch. And I put 2 in that. Okay? Then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. Now, in this row, that first stitch, we're going to put 2. Okay? And in that second stitch, we're going to put 2. So we just went from 2 to 4. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. Now, this stitch, this row here, we ain't going to increase. We're just going to go straight in and put 1 half double crochet in every single one. Let me pull my yarn out. Okay. And be careful of that one, because it likes to twist around backwards on you. Make sure you get it, though. Chain 1 and turn. Now, this row, we're going to increase. So in the first one, we're going to put 2. In the next one, we're going to put 1. In the next one, we're going to put 1. And in that last one, like I said, watch out, it turns on you. We're going to put 2. Now, this next row, we're not going to increase, because we just increased on that row. So every other row, we're not going to increase. And we're going to get it up to 8. Okay? So, this row, we're just doing 6. And that one turned. But we got that little booger. Okay. See how it's taking shape? Alright, we're going to turn. And this next row, we're going to increase. So, 2 in the first one. And this will be 3. 4. 5. 6. 'Well, I didn't get that in there right. Ah! Okay, let's try that again. There we go. 7. And 8. Now, if you want your carrot to be smaller, I suggest don't do 8. Do a smaller number. Alright, we're going to turn. Now, the next 8 rows, if you want your carrot the same size as mine, which is pretty healthy size carrot. If you want your carrot the same size as mine, the next 8 rows, you're just going to put 1 half double crochet in each one for 8 rows. Alright, so I'm going to get off of here and do my 8 rows, and you do 2 of these. So pause it and come back when you've got 2 of them at 8 rows. Well, 1 at 8 rows, because then we got to taper the top of it. Like I said, I made this pattern up in my head. I seen a picture of something similar to it and thought, well, I could do something like that. Alright, so 8 rows of 8 half double crochets. And I'll meet you back when we get that done. Okay, I'm back. And I've got my increased rows here up to a count of 8. And then I've got 8 rows of just half double crochets, 1 in each row, 1 in each stitch for 8 rows. Now, we all know, unless you cut the top of the carrot off, the top of the carrot is rounded, not flat. So, we have to adjust for that. Now, I put a chain 1 right there when I got that 8th row done. I'm going to go into that first stitch. I'm going to draw up a loop, and I'm just going to slip stitch. Okay? And eliminate that stitch right there. So then I'm going to go into the next one and put a half double crochet. And in the next one. But I'm going to do 6 half double crochets. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not doing nothing with that last stitch over there on the end. Okay? So then I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to turn. And I'm going to go in that first stitch right there. And I'm going to slip stitch. And then I'm going to go into the next one. And this time I'm going to do 4 half double crochets. 2, 3, 4. And I'm not doing nothing with that last one. Now I'm going to pull up a loop and I'm just going to cut my yarn off. Now, you're going to think, oh, well, wait a minute. That's not rounded. It will be. When you block it, it rounds it. So, don't worry about it being all wonky, candy cornered, goofy looking. It'll work out. Trust me. Okay, so like I said, make 2 of these panels. And I'll meet you right back. Okay, I'm back. And I got 2 panels. Exactly the same size. This one looks shorter, but it's not. It's just looks that way. Okay, the way I'm going to do this, you can do it however you want to do it. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my orange yarn. Okay? And I'm going to take these 2 sides right here. And I'm going to put them together. And I'm just going to stick my hook through somewhere on this side and somewhere on this side. Right there. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to do a slip knot. Okay. I'm going to go right back in that, working over my tail, and put a single crochet. And then I'm going to go 1 step down on both carrots, working over my tail, and I'm going to do a single crochet. Okay, and I'm going to do that all the way down the side to the tip. Okay, then when I get to the tip, right at the very point, and you want to make sure to kind of hold your pieces every couple of rows so that it'll be even all the way down to the tip. When I get down here to the very tip, I'm going to put 3 single crochets in that very last one. And when I work up the other side, I'm going to work over them 2 tails. So I ain't got to sew them in. And I'm going to work all the way up till I get to right there. Okay? Then I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to just do singles around this. And then around this one. Back around. And hook it together. That puts your border around your tops, but it's still open. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that on my tutorial, because I think my explanation says it all. All right. Now, working it that way, I only had one orange tail to sew in. Now, for the little greenery sprouts on the tops of your carrots, I think they're just adorable. Those 4 stitches up at the very top, that's how I did that. Now, I ain't got a border around mine right now, but let me get my yarn just to show you what I did. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, because that's a slip stitch. So your first one is right there. And I'm just going to put my yarn in. Do a chain just to kind of lock it in. Got to pull out more yarn. And this color here, I actually have the wrapper. It's Green Tones Red Heart Super Saver, because it's a variegated of different green colors. Okay. Once I locked my yarn in, now I'm going to I did a chain of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And I came back here on these little bumps, and I went into the second one from the hook and just slip stitched. And then go into the next one and slip stitch. Hard to see what I'm doing with this green. And another slip stitch. So you should have 7 slip stitches. After this one more, and I can show you how I went over to the next one. Oh, no, we're not doing a single. We're slip stitching. Okay, now, what I did was I took my green tail and brought it over. And in that next stitch, I put a single crochet. And then I chained 8 and slip stitched back down 7. And it just gives you little sprouts. But I did it 3 times, and it worked all 4 of those stitches up at the top. And then you only have, when you're done, 1 green and 1 orange, if that's the colors that you chose to sew in, and to put the little things through. It was kind of difficult for me. I took my crochet hook and just popped them through one at a time. Now, if you want to, you can actually leave a space up here at the top specifically for your sprouts to go through. That might be easier. Especially if, like, you're giving it to a kid. They might be able to put the sprouts through better if you leave an actual space for them. Which all you got to do for that is just in the midst of it, chain 1, skip 1. Yeah. Just do like a lattice stitch well, actually, if it's 4 stitches up there, I would do a single crochet in the first one, chain 2, skip 2, and do a single crochet in the last one. And then all 3 of your sprouts could actually go through that one opening. That's probably an easier way to close it up. Alright, well, that's going to be all for today. I will meet y'all back here in the next one for another grand adventure right here in Val's Yarn Room. Love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. Do something nice for somebody, even if it's just a smile. Y'all get your crochet on. Bye, y'all.